Alright, welcome back. Here's a quick update on the car, kind of where we're at right now. As you can see, need to do a little bit more pressure washing because this paint is still trying to come off. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, really? Look at that. So ridiculous. See if I can get it all in one sheet. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, it gave up. There you go. The paint is still just giving up willfully. So let's just set this over here so I can throw that away. And over here you can see this is also willy-nilly trying to give up. So, I mean, look at this. This is horrible. Just peeling right off. So anywho, we gotta clean the car up some more so that I can get the rest of the paint off before it peels off, because it's going to peel off regardless, it looks like. That, and it's like a bazillion degrees out here. I like to jokingly share the meme that shows a reference to Super Mario Brothers 3. I don't know if you guys have ever played that old game, but basically there's a level in the desert where the sun tries to kill you, and that's pretty much what Florida's like right now. We are in what I call the sweaty season. So yeah, as you can see, we need to address this hood because we're about to be in the rainy season, and if I don't get this coated with something, it's going to turn into a big ball of rust. You know, while I sit here and kind of pick at this, I'm starting to understand why the fire department rattle canned the entire hood of the old fire rescue car, because I mean, this stuff in the direct sunlight is not sticking, not even a little bit. You pull on it just a little and it comes off in sheets. Not good. What was Ford thinking? Well, I guess it's fleet vehicles, so they didn't give a shit. I mean, they didn't care. I mean, this is getting kind of ridiculous. I mean, look at that. Minimal effort, just giving it a light tug. It's been sitting out here in the direct sunlight. And I mean, I just pretty much peeled the hood off, peeled the corner of the paint of the hood. Yeah, I can't even talk right now because I'm so like dumbfounded at how easy this is. This isn't supposed to be like this, like ever. I mean, that's not a small piece of paint. we just gonna add it to the pile over here. So ridiculous, so ridiculous. All right, so with minimal effort, I was able to remove a bunch of the paint. Didn't even try that hard. It'll be interesting to see what the pressure washer does when I hit it again, because it's probably going to loosen up whatever's left that wants to come off real easily. And then hopefully I can get some rattle can on here to you know, seal it in somewhat, and maybe it won't rust like the roof did. All right, up on the roof, this paint is holding pretty decently. You can see I didn't get enough of the rust out, so there's a little bit of rust poking through. I might have to sand that down. And then back here, there is some new flaky spots kind of next to where I painted, because that right there is where I painted and this is where I didn't paint. I think this is one of the spots I didn't sand, but as you can see, the paint is still attempting to give up pretty quickly, and this car is super dusty, so I gotta clean this thing off. And then because it's super hot today, I think I'm gonna go ahead and throw some paint on it after I clean it off to help, you know, keep the rust down. All right, other things that we've been focusing on. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and pop this hood. See what kind of fun insects come out of here. Of course, everything is boiling hot. Insects? Insects? Huh, not being attacked. That's kind of nice. Kind of figured they'd be in here trying to kill me. I gotta put the battery back. Did get that charged up, so it should be good, but not ready to start it quite yet. Been doing a little bit of looking and trying to figure out some stuff. Back here, I don't know how well you can see that, but that coil pack right there, might be a little blurry. The coil pack right there and the little bolt or screw, whatever you want to call that thing, to hold it on, are new. When I went to reattach the coil pack that was there, I realized there was no screw anymore. So I don't know what happened to that. Not really sure, but we do have new coil pack, new screw. And then I've been doing a little bit of research to understand the fuel system, but there's a couple connection points like right here, this is the fuel rail, and then if I remember right, I want to say somewhere back here, there's a line coming into it. I have to look again. I think it's back there. I don't remember. I have to look. But basically, if I do have a fuel leak that's on top, it would be probably coming from this side, being that there is a bunch of rusty stuff here. So I'm kind of thinking maybe this is where my fuel leak is. May it be the rail, may it be one of those connections. Not really sure. I don't know if the connector was put back together right, because like I said, this got changed at some point. So hopefully that didn't get screwed up when that was done. And I'm guessing that when it was all put back together, maybe they didn't connect something up quite right with the fuel system. But we'll find out. When I get the battery back in it, I'll probably turn the key on and just see if I can get it to, you know, maybe push a little bit of, I guess, fuel through and see where it leaks. I just can't get too brave because it's hot and fuel burns real easy. And if I get a fire going, this grass is pretty dry. I can get pretty messy pretty quick. So there you go. That's kind of the quick update right now. I'm going to move on to spraying off some more white, Pure Formance white, whatever they call it. I don't remember. It's not Pure Formance on this one. It's the other white color, but it's all junk regardless. Either way, I'm going to get over here, start cleaning up this car a little bit so I can get to rattle cannon. Alright, back to the car. And I don't know if you guys know, but that looks much better in the background now that I've sprayed it off. I went a little crazy with the pressure washer. But what we did do is use some rust inhibitor on some of the rusty spots, and then I took some, I think it was 2000 grit sandpaper and kind of wet sanded to kind of rough up the surface a little bit. And now we are going to do some rattle cannon. Oh yeah. This is, I guess it's rust dissolver. Works pretty good. Basically you spray it on, let it sit, and it dissolves the rust. So works out pretty good. And then over there, the wind has taken my sandpaper, but that's 2000 grit. Basically wet sanded it and use this on the rusty spots on the hood. And now we will move on to getting some white primer. Alright, so what we have here is some Krylon bonding primer. And we'll see what happens, but hopefully this works really well. Supposed to have a lot of adhesion, maximum rust protection, excellent coverage, indoor outdoor, and it's pretty toasty today, so this should go on pretty quick. Might be a little too humid though, so it might bubble. We'll see what happens. Real quick before I get to painting, I don't know if you guys can see real close, but right here, and here, where the metal looks just a hair darker, that's where I use that rust dissolver. It works really well, so we'll see how this works. Hopefully this ends up working out well. Yeah, here's another spot. Not sure if this is even going to come through, but here you go. Yeah, this time we did a Florida Man wrap job here to hopefully not repeat all this madness. So yeah, there you go. Not one of my smarter moves, but hopefully we will, you know, protect some of the stuff that matters. Dang it. There's some paint that I did not remove. Thought I got all that loose stuff. Oh, we'll see what happens. Is that another one? See, this is the problem when you have flaky Ford Crown Victoria paint. It's hard to keep up with this crap. Alright, so I have burned an entire rattle can of primer. I'm going to burn a second one on this. But yeah, that's kind of a light coat, so it should dry pretty quick. So this is 2 rattle cans of primer. Looking a little bit better. You know, again, you know, for all the paint critics out there, because I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of people coming out and giving me all kinds of grief over the way I'm doing this, but this car is not operating correctly. The only goal here is to stop rust. I mean, that's kind of the idea. At some point, you know, if this car is worth saving and worth keeping around, this whole thing will get completely sanded down, and yeah, I'll probably pay for a professional paint job. But right now, this is to stop rust. Alright, so burned through 4 rattle cans just painting this hood. So 2 primers, 2 of this paint and primer, and 1 supposed to be super good. We'll see. We'll find out. So the hood here is still drying, and one thing I did notice is that when I got to the actual paint and primer in 1, some of the areas where the paint was ready to let go was still trying to let go. So if you look real close to things like that, you know, this thing right here, little spots like that, over here, I don't know if the stuff is coming out on the camera real well, but basically what's happening is as soon as the paint got up underneath that stuff that was ready to let go, it let go. But there you go. It is back to being a mostly white car. And then I'm going to have to revisit the roof and rattle can that some more. But looks a heck of a lot better than it did, and don't have to worry about losing, you know, sheets of spray paint, I guess. So let me peel all this. Let me peel all the plastic off, and we'll be done. So, real quick tip: if you decide to do something silly like only tape half your windshield, you can always get yourself some, well, if you can see the logo, some acetone, you know, basically nail polish remover, and just wipe off the excess. So here we are, next day. It's had a pretty good time period to dry up, but as you can see, I guess there's a little bit of dew on it, but you can see where the paint tried to flake a little bit, like I was mentioning earlier in the video. But there you go. It's got a white hood again. Kind of looks like butt, but it'll do for now. At some point, I think what I'd really like to do, if I can get this car up and running and doing good, is maybe paint the whole thing dark blue. I think that'd be nice. I think that'd look really good on this car. I always like the dark blue Vicks. But anyway, thanks for checking out the video. Thanks for stopping by. Love to each and every one of you, and I'll catch you on the next one, whenever that happens to be. So I got some OEM factory matched Ford white Crown Victoria paint. Best offer, I know exactly what I got. Y'all know that this is collectible, right? Yeah, it's collectible. It's like $10,000. Y'all want to buy it? OEM Crown Victoria paint. I know what I got. Don't lowball me.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life.